Hello there guys, and welcome back to another video with myself, Foorun. Now today we're going to be taking a look at what is coming in the graphics overhaul. Now this isn't just what's coming in the update tomorrow, I will do a separate update video for that. But this is just what's specifically coming graphics update wise. Now as you can see here, everything looks slightly different. We've got a fallen log on the floor and we also have some new rocks. Now every single biome has been updated. In the forest biomes, we have fallen logs on the ground. We have new rocks. We have new rocks everywhere. The bushes only spawn in certain places. The foliage is completely different. So I'm just going to run around a little bit, show you each of the biomes so you know what to expect. And then I'll go into detail on some of the other things that you can expect to see. As you can see here in the plains biome, we don't have any rocks on the ground and we have very little trees. Now I'll just run around a little bit so you can get a feel for the environment. So now we're in the snow biome and I'm going to have a little run around so you guys can see exactly what it's like. And now we are down in the desert biome. Now you will notice a hell of a lot of changes down here. It all looks a lot better and we now have some new plants. So I'm just going to run around so you guys can get a little feel for the zone. So I'm sure you guys have also seen a hell of a lot of stuff posted about night times, how gamma hacking or gamma glitching, whatever you want to call it, how gamma will be stopped. Now this is what a night looks like now. It is a hell of a lot brighter and we can see a lot more, but when you're looking at the ground it is a lot darker. You will also note that there's quite a bit more fog around at night. Also, if we take a look at the sky, the moon looks a lot clearer, the sky looks a lot better in general. So now we're going to take a look at things in a little bit more detail. You may have noticed some things as I was running around, and one of these is highly likely to be the long grass. Now the long grass is very good and you will find a lot of it out in the flatter areas without many trees. Now as you can see, if we go into it, we are pretty much mostly covered. And if we crouch down, it will be very hard for people to see you when they're running past. This will be very good for trying to surprise people and nice to have around your base if you'd like to be hiding around your base in case someone's trying to raid you. On the flip side of that, it'll also be very good to hide in it if you're intending to raid a nearby base. Now you may also be asking yourself, can I get wood from the fallen trees? Sadly, as you can see in my inventory, I've gathered no wood. So sadly you cannot get any wood from the fallen trees. Maybe it will be added in the future, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now the next thing you may be asking yourself is, the cactuses look great, but will they actually damage you? And there is your answer. If you walk up to one, it will damage you. Sort of like a wooden barricade or any other kind of barricade or high external walls if you hit the barbed wire. You will get damage from this and you will get a slight bleed. You may also be wondering, can you harvest them? Yes, you can. Much like when you're hitting a barricade, you will slowly take damage off them as well. You can harvest the large ones. You can also harvest the small ones. And you can harvest these large ones as well. You may also be curious, can you harvest these really little ones? Sadly, you cannot, and they will not damage you even if you walk up to them. You may also be curious about the aloe vera looking plant in the desert, and if you are wondering if you can harvest this, sadly you cannot. So that is about all I'm going to cover in terms of what's coming in the graphics update wise. Obviously we do have a load of extra things. Because it is a forced wipe, we are going to be getting a lot of changes to the monuments and such other things. So now I'm going to go and show you those. So the first new addition we have in terms of monuments is the new Lighthouse. It looks absolutely amazing, but sadly you cannot actually go inside of it yet as the doors are unopenable. Luckily, I'm on a server where I have admin privileges, so I can just no-clip through the door and show you what is inside. So this is your way in. Now I'm just going to use an admin command that will let me go through this wall even though we can't actually open it. So there we are. We're on the other side of the door now. Now as you can see, this is definitely a thing of beauty. You can see very far. You're going to get a lot of great shots from up here. One thing I neglected to show you was when you are on this first level here, you can actually get outside on the top as well. Now I'm sure that we've still got plenty to come in terms of this lighthouse, as the insides are not currently actually available for players, so I'm sure they're still doing work on it. As you've seen when I ran up to the top, you get clipped on some things and it's a bit awkward to try and get up the stairs, and some things you don't just quite fit through. A couple of little things before we move on to our next monument. Bus stops now have an updated model, and they no longer spawn alongside roads. They only spawn within the area of a monument. Alongside that, we also have these new little power huts. Now you will find these around the end of power lines. You will also find some of them around monuments and within monuments. You will find loot here. As you can see, we have a barrel ahead of us. And just over here we have a military crate. So the next big change I have for you guys is the airfield. Now as you can see, the outsides have been completely reworked. So now we're going to take a look inside of the first hangar. We now have new doors over here on the side. And we have all of these big blue crates. And then we also have two new doors over here at the back. Now if we take a look inside of the second hangar, we have the same doors over at the side with boxes in the middle. We have loot spawning in here. And then once again at the back we have the two new doors. And now if we take a look inside of the third hangar, once again we have the two doors over there to the left. And then we have boxes around the area again with loot spawning. And then we still have our oil barrels at the back. Once again we have the two doors up to the right hand side at the back. And now if we take a look between hangars, you will now see that the sides of them are completely different. Now you can actually climb up on top of these. We have windows on the side of all of the hangars, so you can look inside. And now this seemingly useless square of land is now filled. It's filled up with the new power stuff and it looks absolutely great. It now seems like there's actually something going on in there rather than just having a random blocked off piece of land. So now we are over at the military tunnels. Now this may not look like the military tunnels, but up top you now have this building. Now sadly you can't actually go into that tower, but this building is here, so it will be slightly easier to spot the military tunnels. Now this is a scene you are all probably very familiar with. This is the military tunnels and it has been completely reworked. We now have multiple options for entering the tunnels. This is just the first one. Up on top we now have this option to go down inside. And then around the side we have a couple of mine entrances. Now these also link up into the military tunnels. So let's go in through one of the new ways to get into the military tunnels. Now if you go up there, that will take you into one of the mine systems. And now we've got our still missing its shaders and everything, standard rooms from the military tunnels. Or maybe this is actually how they are supposed to look. And now we're actually in the tunnels. Now the tunnels are a hell of a lot bigger and they look a hell of a lot better. You'll notice a lot of these entrances or exits around, but you can't actually go through any of them. Down here at the very center, you'll see 4 boxes spawning. This is definitely going to be a highlight for a lot of people, and there will be a lot of action going on down here. Now we have some more of these standard looking rooms, except this one here leads on into a mine shaft. Now as you can see, we actually do have nodes in here that we can mine. We also have these cool looking shards, gems, whatever they are, mixed up in all the rubble that is blocking off some parts. And then as you can see, we actually have mine carts that we can jump in, but you can't do a lot other than jump on top of them. There are also barrels spawning as you run through. So this is mostly everything that is coming in terms of graphical updates in tomorrow's update. Now I hope you guys have enjoyed this, because I have really enjoyed coming to look at this. So that is it then guys, I hope you have enjoyed, and if you have then hit that like button, and if you would like to see more content including my weekly update videos in which will be coming out tomorrow, then make sure that you subscribe. Thank you very much guys, have a good day.